because I think most people settle and they'll go like, well, I'm not this. My mom used to do that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Not to switch the topic at all, but the whole concept of my mom dated some bad people. And I remember the next guy after the last guy.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying this because it happened multiple times.
Yeah.
She was always like, well, at least he didn't blink. And she would fill that blank in with whatever the last guy did. So she would be like, I remember her dating a very abusive guy. And then when she dated the next guy, she was like, well, he doesn't hit me. And I would tell her like, yeah, but like, this is still pretty bad.
Right.
And then she would date the next guy. Like, yeah, but he doesn't, he gives me money, like, so I can go buy cigarettes. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and to this day, so it's like a whole level of where you're at, like, and just realizing that that whole part of it is it's not just because something is better doesn't make it okay.
Right.
And because something is perfect doesn't mean you can't make it better.
Right.
Right. Because real perfection is imperfect. Right. You want to be with someone that's not perfect, but perfect for you.
Exactly.
Meaning we'll figure crap out as it pops up.
Right.
And so I love that mentality, man. I love the fact that you can always make something that's really good better. I find myself being very particular and like I really hold myself to a certain standard. So I beat myself up about some stuff that I think most people admire about me.
Right.
And so that's confusing.
Yeah.
But I think it comes from a place where you just want to be better. And I think I'll always feel that way.
Yeah.
I think I could be like, I could have none of the problems that I talk about today and I would still find a way to want to be better about some other things.
Yeah.
And so going back to what you said, like progress and growing and just constantly challenging yourself to be a better person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're feeling now?
That's where I'm at. Where I'm at. I feel like since the last time we talked, I feel like a whole new person. And I'll look at you, man, and like, I don't know if you ever had an episode where somebody feels so appreciative of the person that you are, but I look at you, man, and like your attitude, you're always funny, you always have the right attitude, you always want to laugh, you want to make people laugh. Like, that's the people you want around you. And just knowing about your background and just knowing the type of person you are today, like, I'll look up to you. I don't know if any of your other friends look up to you, but I look up to you because you make me feel like, man, my problems are small. Like, you going through a lot of shit. Like, you go through a lot, and just to be the person that you are today, and I'm just letting little things bother me. Like, there's just so much growth to do, and I'm happy that I took this decision, and I'm growing so much. Of course, it's still a lot of work to do. I'm not perfect by any means, but I feel like I'm at a place right now that I can understand my mistakes, where I was not before. I thought I was always right. Now I know that I'm not always right. And I can learn from each individual that comes through my life. And this counselor has been, she's been awesome, man.
I appreciate that. And I think that says a lot more about you, like your ability, because I could be the greatest friend in the world. And I appreciate everything you said, by the way. And I don't always get that. I of course, I get some of that, and I don't ever look for that. So whenever it happens, I really do appreciate it. So thank you for that. But I do think that says a lot more about you, because I can be the best friend in the world and someone just doesn't really need that or want that or take that. So the fact that you're able to take those parts and put them towards whatever you're doing is amazing. And I think that's what makes it